Hey guys, this is Allison from Alley Creations. How are you? Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And if you get anything from my work, connect the dot, an epiphany, a mind explosion, a new book to read, a new author to explore, please consider supporting my work. All the link-a-doos are at the bottom of the video. And holidays are coming in quickly. Pyramids. Business card holders, I'm doing floral ones, trying and making an attempt. Skulls, hearts, paintings. I have nothing there but drawings, but garbage. Garbage. See, got a lot of pyramids down there. So if you're interested, please go check out my website, Allylattkreations211.com. The link should be on YouTube. Yeah, go check me out. And if you're interested in anything, please email me. That is also in the description of this video on how you can contact me. That was a fuzzball flying in the air. Yeah. Hi. I'm going to do a pondering, or that still is the thing I just took, cat hair. I'm going to do a pondering today because there is a hurricane. There's a shit, I'm going to say it, shit ton of tornadoes, over 53 warnings, and a lot of destruction on the east coast of Florida. Landfalls in another hour or two. I'm not 100% sure. I've been watching the storm chasers and my feeds because I love weather, and I'm watching. Now, I posted a TikTok, and I'm going to actually do something that I haven't done on this channel before, but I do it in my daily life quite constantly. Sorry, I'm supplemented up. I don't know if it's definitely allergies. I'm congested, like it hurts here. I got like a cystic pimple right here. Like I didn't know at my age I can get pimples anymore, but obviously I can, and I'm like a lot of pressure. So sinuses, all that fun stuff. So don't mind me. I have been coughing. Um, I've been doing this a long time. I recollected and pondered this for the last couple of days. How long have I been doing this? Unknowingly been doing this. I've been fascinated by weather, and I know a lot of people are as well, but I've been asking myself, how long have I been projecting my light body? Apparently a long time, unbeknownst to me. I've been trying to manipulate weather in the positive direction for a long time. And I'm going to walk you guys through how I go about doing it, and in two different ways, because I did this during Helene. I've done it to tornadoes. I've done it towards Sandy, Hurricane Sandy, and like now I'm going back to how many hurricanes I've experienced on the East Coast. I lived in New York for and on an island. I lived in Staten Island. So we had a lot of hurricanes, a lot of storms that do hit the East Coast. And during my lifetime there, I recall doing a lot of this stuff without really being aware of what I was doing, which, I know, my purpose is, a lot of us have a million purposes here. I feel that if we can come into an awareness that everything is energy and that you can't stop energy, you can redirect energy, or you can push the molecules, the photons, the energy itself, and scatter that energy out so it's not as powerful. We could do that. And you could do it in visualization as well. So humor me. We're going to kind of do a walking meditation here. Walking meaning I'm going to walk you through the steps. If you want to get into a nice cozy chair or lay down, whatever you feel comfortable with, we're going to start relaxing our bodies. You take a nice deep breath in. And then out. And in. Hold it. Hold it. And release. One more big deep breath in. And breathe out. You're going to check your body, starting with your toes and your feet and your calves and your thighs and your hips. Check to see if there's any tension, anything that can bother you. You don't need to sit in a certain way to meditate. And you're going to start checking in on your tailbone and your trunk and your chest and your arms and your fingers, your neck, your head. Are you relaxed? Take a deep breath in and exhale. I want you to start imagining yourself walking on a grassy plain, lots of trees and grass. It could be a sunny day. It could be whatever day you want, whatever trees you want. What are you seeing in your imagination? You're either going to lie down in that grass or sit however you would like and envision tree roots growing from your feet, your tailbone, and your whole body, whatever is lying on that grass. All those tree roots are going to sink into the dirt and all the way down into the middle of the earth. You're watching the tree root go through all the layers of third dimensional earth until it gets to the crystal cave. You're going to thank Mother Gaia. And you're going to take the energy back into the roots, up into your body. And when that energy reaches your feet, reaches the body parts that are touching the grass, you're going to shoot a silver cord out into the expanse of space-time, where you can hit the creator, the galaxy, whatever it is that you would like to hit. But you're shouting that energy all the way up. And when you get to your destination in the stars, in heaven, you're going to bring it back down into you, where now both energies are feeding from galactic to the earth into your neutral space. You're going to see yourself with this beautiful globe of light in your heart space. As you breathe in and breathe out, it's expanding around your body like an egg. That light is coming straight from source down into your head and now illuminating this egg. And you're breathing in all that white light. It starts getting golden and you're breathing it in. It's hitting all your cells, every organ. Watch that light wrap around your body and you become more and more relaxed. Deep breath in and out. One more. You're going to take that white light that is inside of you and start imagining the storm hovering close to Florida. You're taking your light body and jumping into that stream of quantum through that silver cord. You are taking that bungee leap out into the vastness of the space. And you're finding that storm. You're feeling the rain. You're smelling the sea salt. You're feeling the wind. And you're standing at the eye in your light body. And you're calming it down. You are the counter force, the alchemizing force of slowing down the rain and the wind. You're dissipating your energy out into the ether. You're spreading it far and wide. All the ions, all the electric going through that storm right now. You're bringing it into the center of you and you're projecting it straight to source. Take a deep breath in and out. Feel the energy going through the center of your body. From your feet to the top of your head, you are dispersing the energy into Mother Gaia and into the galactic core. You are spreading those ions, those molecules, those atoms out into different directions to lessen the storm. Once you feel that you have used that energy to its highest potency, you can tether yourself back through space-time, back into your vehicle. There is no time frame on how long you need to sit and do this. Come back into your body. Make sure you are consciously breathing. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Imagine yourself back on that grassy plain that you first rooted yourself to the earth. Feel the rays of the sun hitting your face. Feel the absolute calm of your atmosphere. Sit up in your imagination on that grassy knoll. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel the golden light and the white light get further and further out on your field and dissipate that light throughout your time space. When you are done, you can slowly wiggle your toes and your fingers and slowly open up your eyes and give thanksgiving to all who are helping and your gratitude to the galactic core and Mother Earth for dispersing and taking that energy that you collected. You could do this in your own way. You can meditate however you would like, however you are guided to do so. But that's just one example of how I usually go in and disperse energy. I take everything into my core, into my mid, and shoot it in either or direction. So it's not shooting necessarily out, but it's everybody's different. Whatever you use in your imagination, make sure you are focusing in on the storm. Make sure you're focusing in on dispersal of energy or counteracting the turning. You're doing the opposite and you're trying to move the energy in a different direction. You're trying to steal the energy to project it up and out, down and out, so that it no longer is going to shift and harm anybody. That's the goal. So I hope that helped. I hope people are using something similar. It doesn't need to be mine. It's just something that's helpful and that's on the fly. I usually incorporate some binaural beats, but everything is copywritten. I'm still figuring out this video audio thing with using my chimes and bells and all kinds of things. But no matter how you go about your meditation, make sure you're doing that in the next 24 hours. For those that are going to be infected again, we already had Hurricane Helene. I didn't post what I do because I don't, not that I don't share my meditations, I just don't do meditation like what I just did with you guys. It's a first for me. But I feel it is necessary to share something that can help others. And that's one of the things that I do a lot of is meditate. And my meditations could be an hour to 15 minutes, sometimes 5. Depends on the day, and it depends what my focus and intention is on. I think it's very important that even if you're washing the dishes, if you can use your imagination to stop something in your mind, you can do it. You don't need to be a yogi and sitting all day like a monk in a temple to be effective. I mean, let's just face it, they're awesome. But that doesn't mean that you're not powerful. You are a powerful being. We've been limited in understanding how powerful we are because we get a lot of back and forth. Lots. Yeah. I just checked that the hurricane did not hit land yet. It's going to hit Sarasota. So whoever is in charge of Ashiana Dean, keep that woman safe, please. They're probably after the Stargate. Maybe. Which is another reason why I have a pondering. I'm going to be realistic, logical, rational, and give my feelings straight. I'm an Aries, by the way. I'm blunt. And it sucks sometimes, but it's necessary. No matter what manipulation you think is happening, how many millions of patents there are, God's will is God's will. If this doesn't teach all of us how to project and use our powers to help humanity come together as a nation and world, humanity, I don't know what will. Near-death experiences doesn't necessarily need to be a World War III nuclear bomb threat in order for people to come together and start doing the work that is absolutely needed at this point in time. Doesn't matter what faith you follow. It doesn't matter what book you are aligned with. I saw one of my comments yesterday off of Waspy. I hope that person watches my other videos because I don't need to align with anybody's shit. I don't need to align with anybody's books. I know what's in here. I know what steers me, what jumps my enjoyment. If you can't look past your one book paradigm and you're so stuck on your book and you can't get another perception or get it, you don't need to like it to listen to it. A lot of people on my channel have seen me read a plethora of different books. Some I align with, some I enjoy just to read, even though I don't believe in it. And then there's others that I just don't care for, but I read it anyway because I think it's important. It's important to take in other perceptions, other people's thinking. That gives you more perspective, more alignment, more opportunities to see what you prefer over what you don't prefer. I think it's important that people start realizing that you need more than one outlet to get your information, but your direct outlet is yourself. You're the one getting the information. What's in God's will? What is a soul contract? What are all these things that people are still denying or not comprehending or only applying it to certain aspects and qualities of their life, but not expanding it to everything and everybody? If we are one in the same and all things are one, then nothing is separate. We're all concurrently living and okay, Freya is playing. We're all living together and we're all connected. We all chose, we're all individuated for a purpose. To have God experience himself through something unique and special. That's you. So if you believe in a book, that doesn't mean no one else should. It's your journey. It's how you get to source, how you put your faith into the universe. And that is up to you to decide what modality, what book, what mechanism will help you. Those are what for Shark holds permission slips. Hang on. Your soul contract is what you wrote with God. This book is so helpful. I read some of it on TikTok. It's important for you to understand it's not just you that has a contract, it's everybody. Everything. And we put obstacles and catalysts and cataclysms, what's happening right now, in our path for a reason. We wrote this story in a totality sense. I don't know what's so hard to understand. I'm simplifying the very immense amount of difficulties of explaining the what I can consciously comprehend. I'm bringing it down to a level I'd hope that most people can follow. You and everybody wrote this story that's playing out outside of our paradigm right now. There are wildfires going on in Montana, Wyoming, Idaho. No one's talking about it. We keep shaming, blaming, and pointing fingers at who's to blame. Oh, the evil people, the evil people, the evil people, the evil people, the evil people. This is all I've been getting. I get a lot of messages from people as I'm working and dealing with little hellions. I love them, but oh my gosh, it's exhausting. But regardless, I keep getting a lot of messages of stuff that's like 5 years old, 6 years old, 10 years old. Why are you sending me this stuff? I'm not gonna, I try to show Jason stuff, but let me tell you what, he's inundated. You need to go and do the work in here. Your heart. Not just your physical heart, your etheric heart, your essence. And see a bigger picture. So you're doing all this stuff. And what are you doing to transmute the energy so it doesn't happen? You're exposing it so it wakes people up and people kind of get the aha tangible stuff, 3D tangible, 3D tangible stuff. Great. What are you doing to transmute the energy so it doesn't affect and harm people? Sorry, I'm being real. The last few days, I was really backed and complicated myself with having to remember when I started trying to alter space-time, change it, disperse energy. And not this, you can't stop energy and it's you could disperse it into different directions. You can lessen the energy. You could do a lot of things. If it's God's will, the storm is going to continue. But we can lessen it. And I sat there and he said, well, how many of these tornadoes and why do I actually ask myself, why do I watch and why am I obsessed with tornadoes and hurricanes and weather events? I've been interested in that since I was a little kid. And that's the psionic telekinesis energy that I'm recalling from other lifetimes that I've used to do things with weather or with circumstances. I couldn't get and put my finger on it until I did more introspection and started recalling different instances in this life, in this body, that I was trying to stop things from harming people. Using what I do best, and what I do is project my light body. You can imagine this stuff in your head. You could see the hurricane opening up and just moving away or shifting degrees so it's hitting less popular. And no one wants to get hit, trust me. I did it during Sandy. I was only able to really hone in on my neighborhood. But it was supposed to happen the way it did. Everything has a reasoning for happening. But learning how to do it and learning the whys of doing it is the most important part. And I contemplated a lot the last couple of days about the storm, what already just took place, and what is now happening concurrently right now in our time linear space continuum. We all talk. I see 1,005,000 trillion memes and posts about all this negative stuff. And we have to be realistic because, yes, this stuff is happening in our physicality. So it's not like it's not happening. Let's just be real. Let's just be honest. Okay, that's not to say that any of us want bad things to happen. But at what point are you actually being the alchemist that you are meant to be? And a lot of people are alchemists without realizing it, and turning the negative into a positive. If you keep thinking everything is out to kill you, it's going to be out to kill you, because that's the attention and that's the attraction and the magnetism you're drawing to yourself. We got to be realistic, because not everything is sparkle farts and rainbows and glitter and sparkly fuzzy things. That stuff is real. At what frequency are you matching the outcome that you want? If everything is out to kill you and all the patterns are evil and everybody, all these evil people, these bad people, these evil people, they're still doing God's will because they're a part of God's paradigm. Everything is a part of God. I don't care what anybody says. This is my opinion. This is my perspective. It's all source. God said, let there in science frequency waves and vibratory states and waves and color waves and all of it materialized. And here we are. If that's not source, infinite intelligence, I don't know what is. You keep thinking everything is negative and posting about it and oh, well, I have to prove these people that they're doing evil things. It's great. I'm not trying to take that away from you, and you could do it all day. Are you transmuting the energy so it's less effective or not going to be effective at all? That's up to you. I know for myself, I came into the realization that I've been doing this a very long time without really me being cognizant of it. Really thinking back into my childhood, like when was the first time I saw stuff? It was on the news and I saw hurricanes and tornadoes affecting people, and I made a conscious effort to stop. Try, if I hear it, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to meditate and I'm going to do what I can to lessen it. Can't lessen everything. But when something to this magnitude that's happening right now is already affecting people who just got slammed with one, I think it's in our best interest to learn how to unify and work together in order to get a better result. And one person, and not to say I'm not powerful, but it comes in numbers. And this has been shown scientifically when 1,000 people are sitting in meditation about world peace and are all on the same frequency. It shifts the energy in the paradigm. How fantastic is that? Spectacular. They do these studies because it works. If it didn't work, they would tell you meditation's bunk, but it's not bunk. Putting your intention, your will to focus into something manifests. So if we can all manifest a storm slowing down and not having a bigger impact, why can't we do that instead of worrying about all the patents and the evil people just and the DARPA and the HARP and this and that and the other thing? Guys, I get it. But at some point, you got to be the counteraction to their fuckery. We have to be the counter forces. Why do you think many of us are even here? We were here in many other epochs doing the same thing. We were the counterbalance to the evil side. We were here doing this already. We did this already in different ways. And we saw how those epochs fell. All necessary. And maybe some of you were on the evil side. I might have been on the evil side. Stop judging. Honestly, stop judging. It's God's will. It's going to happen regardless of no matter what we do. But we are putting effort, action into motion to manifest a better result for humanity. For a state right now. Well, there's mining and there's this and there's that, and these people are bad, and these people are bad, and these people are bad. I get it. What are you doing energetically to stop it? Or to reverse the flow of energy to bring it to the light? This is why I had to do this pondering today, because I have Ryan Hall Y'all and Max Velocity running on YouTube right now next to my screen so I can see what's happening. I have friends that are in Florida being affected right now. Do you really think I want to see them harmed? But if it's a part of their story and their contract, the only thing I could do is offer support and aid if they need to come here. Guys, we have to shift. I pull cards all the time. We have to start shifting. I could care less how many people prove this one thing wrong, that one thing wrong, this is wrong, that's this, that's that. All negative. When is it going to be? Okay, so we're presented with the negative. How are we going to transmute it and transcend it? Okay, so we're confronted with this stuff we don't prefer. Just like in your everyday life, you don't like something, change it. You don't like these patents, change it. You don't like the information you're saying because it's all evil corporations, change it. Change it. How do I do that, Allison? I don't know. You know what I did last night, where I did a waspy reading that somebody got a little upset with me on? Sorry, dude. And I'm not deleting the comment. It's not vulgar or anything. It's just his opinion. That's great. I was at a town hall meeting, my first one, because they don't announce them really here. And I got to see the governmental structure, corporation, by the way, play out. Oh, crap. It was eye-opening for the people who are not awake. And there was a lot of awake people in that room, including myself. They kept saying Articles of Confederation and the Constitution, we the people put you in office, and we the people are telling you no on something, and you're just denying it anyway because your pocketbooks are getting filled by other interests. Okay, we see you. We see you. So a lot of people got a rude awakening last night, which is me having to figure out if I'm staying in this town or I have to move. Because they increased property taxes already on me, and they having these fugazi assessors just looking at my property. They're not coming into my house to see how much my house is worth. They're valuing my house at a certain amount, which puts me in a high property tax bracket. I'm sorry, that's not how that works. Shouldn't be anyway. Someone should assess inside and out and give a fair assessment, not overinflate something that, when I go to sell this house, it's not going to be that valuable. Not to say that I didn't put work into the house, but it needs a lot of work in order to get to the amount that they're thinking of. And a lot of people there voiced that opinion last night. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, are you being the game changer? Are you voicing your opinion? Are you going to these board meetings? Are you going and just helping people see a different viewpoint? My town is very democratic. I mean, it's a patriotic town, don't get me wrong. But most people here are thinking more democratically than they are Republican. And I'm a straight shooter middle person, and there's a lot of Trump supporters there. And they will wake people up. And it was wonderful. But it all serves a purpose. All of it. What are you doing? Are you willfully just sticking to the negative narrative, even though it's like, I'm going to expose, this is it? Seriously? It's all contracts and life lessons. Mission spirits. This is an old book, but one that has helped me validate not only what I was feeling, but there's a lot of books behind me that do that. The different authors, different expressions, different philosophies. We're all here with a reason and a mission. Where's yours? As we are emerging into the new paradigm, trying to get the frequency right so that we can all come together, and that's usually what is to be foretold by some, that we're all having to go together. We can experience 5D, 4D, but we need to physically enter those realms in frequency and vibration, and that is up to all of us to get there together. All together now, all together now, all together now. I don't sing. As the kids, besides Will's on the bus. So we all have to come into an awareness that for all the negative stuff that is exploited, all the harm, all the unjust things that do come out, and that we're trying to like, look at me, look at me. At the same time, there's people like me sitting back and going, okay, and what are you doing about it? I'm not saying get your, militia going and take these people out, because that's not going to do anything. Transmute the energy. Stop feeding it energy. Stop consenting unconsciously to programs and narratives. It's a lot harder than you think, but it's being shoved in everybody's faces right now. All of it is being hi, in your face. So when you see the patents on people's Facebook feeds or Telegram or whatever you choose to have social media interactions with, and you're seeing all the destructive stuff happening, just like the beginning of this video, we did a meditation to lessen a storm. You can apply it to lessening the effects of anything. Give thanksgiving, bless your food. Not everybody can afford a vegan diet. Not everybody can afford healthy, organic, and there's no such thing in my eyes. There's less poisoned food. But in the meantime, people are going to get what they're going to get. Like me, I don't have choices because I don't have financial funds to buy food at the moment. It's scary, my situation, but I'm not freaking out. And I have faith in the universe that God brings me what I need at the time that I need it, because that's the mission I'm on. And in order for me to perfect and do my mission, I need to be taken care of. And I don't think Spirit's going to let me drop any more balls. So if you are one of those naysayers, like, well, no, what are you talking about? And we have to expose it, the evil people, the evil people, the evil people. You're just giving them power. Yeah, you can expose them. That's great. And what are you doing to help the energy flow in a different direction so that it's not affecting people anymore? This is the hard truths that a lot of people can't stomach. This is the sad aspect of when you get the information, what do you do with it? And 90% of people sit with the information, they spread it, they seed it, they try to help people understand. But what is that actually doing? I come into neutrality for a reason because I see both sides. If there's a spiritual war that everybody claims that there is, and I believe there is one, okay, you just saying that and not focusing on bringing Team Light to the winning end of the chicken dinner. Are you transcending things so that it's no longer a part of your paradigm, no longer being fed energy that is going to harm people? When you learn how energy functions and the laws of the universe and the laws of nature and your participation in that, and you're consciously in the awareness that you're doing it, and oh, wait a second. Yeah, I'm feeding that negativity. I'm not, I hear the negativity, I see the negativity. I'm not doing anything about it. Oh, what can I do? That's better steps than just accepting it and moving on with your daily routine. We have a storm. Oh, you know what? I am a powerful being. I'm going to step into my empowerment and I'm going to try to do my best to lessen that storm. I'm going to make sure that when that stuff pops up on Facebook, that I'm sitting there and I'm imaging in my mind, using my creativity, a different outcome. I want it to manifest. How do we do that? We apply things to our own self, our own needs. And now it's time for us to step up to get humanity's needs met. And if more and more people step up to the plate to stop feeding the negative agenda and stop, okay, so you're exposing it, but what are you transcending it with? Or you're just leaving it there to say, I'm waking people up, I'm doing my part. Okay, yeah, sure, you are. but you're still feeding the negative energy. Transmute it. Make changes. You don't like something, you change it. So if you don't like what you're seeing, and you're seeing all these posts, change it. You develop a machine that counteracts their machines. You could project your light body and just shift the energy somewhere else. What can you do in your everyday life to make changes for yourself, but for humanity? How do you stop feeding the negative agendas if you keep feeding the information but not transmuting it or doing something about it? Sitting idly by, podcast after podcast, show after show, hearing information, and you're not doing anything with the information. And if you're seeding other people, that's great, but is that changing the frequency and the vibratory state of that information for the light? That is the true test and will of unification. We're being put to task right now with these events that have been happening in the United States and across the world. They're tests. What are you doing? How are you feeding your energy? What are you feeding your energy to? Are you walking your talk, or you're just absorbing and not doing anything to dispel and change the frequency and energy that you're putting out? That's what you need to work on. And that's not easy. Twilight of the Idols and the Antichrist. I might tackle this book next. There is a lot, as you can see, there's lots of tabbies here. Lots of juicy goodness in this book. Lots of juiciness. Is there an Antichrist? I don't think so. It's an anti-established idea. Good and evil need to exist in this paradigm for our learning, teachings, potentialities, possibilities in all realms and all things. If we didn't have good, we wouldn't have evil. And if we didn't have evil, we wouldn't have good. And that's where we need to learn how to detach. This is the law of one. And understanding that you can't have one without the other. And we are living in this polarity for a reason. And it's an illusion. What is an illusion? But Alice, I'm living every day. How is this phone I hold in my hand an illusion? Watch The Matrix. You manifest your own reality. Collectively, we do it together. We all wanted the phone, so we all got the phone. And it keeps getting fine-tuned. We wanted books, here are the books. We want things, here it is. At our disposal. The idea that everything has a good and a bad purpose is for a greater understanding and greater learning. If you can't grasp that, I highly suggest you start reading The Law of One. You need to detach from the material world, thus things that you cannot take with you into the light. You take your consciousness. You don't take all the material stuff you accumulate in a lifetime. They're tools for you to learn from, for you to use, to gain wisdom, knowledge, to self-express my artwork, create. But do I take my pyramids? Do I take my art stuff with me when I pass? No. Same with people, places, and things. We have to understand everybody here has a mission, and your mission is unique in for you to understand and for you to embrace. Well, I don't know my mission. You're living, aren't you? You're holding frequency down. I think everybody can imagine in their mind, unless you have that disorder, and there are people that can't imagine or can't visualize things in their mind. And that's a rare thing, but most generally speaking, most people can imagine something lessening in their head. Most people who always go negative first in thinking can change that mindset to positive. These are not hard concepts to grasp, and these things, once you master that, can change the world and change your own world. This is like the craziest stuff. It is that stupid simple. But it's a difficulty because we have been trained and programmed for everything is negative. The patterns, the manipulation, as people put it, what it serves a purpose for, please explain it to me. Well, it's the evil people that are going to stop, and they need minerals and supplies and trafficking and XYZ. Okay, great. What are the positives of it? What is Mother Gaia trying to do? If it wasn't in God's will, why would it happen in the first? Why wouldn't it happen? What is a learning teaching that we're taking away from this? And no, I don't want my friends and family to lose houses and lose everything. Right, but there is a greater lesson. Mission spirits come here for missions, and then they go bye-bye when they're done. Some of us have lifelong missions that we need to complete in order to pass on. Some people don't. They complete their mission. It was the one thing they needed to do, and they're off on another venture and journey. When we start getting out of the fear of death, get out of the fear of loss, that program is so embedded and so deep in people. Everything is worry, 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 fear, 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 instead of love and faith. Faith. What are you supposed to take away from the storm today? How a lot of people started going on like we can do something different about this. I'm not the only one that said something on TikTok. I'm not. I'm not the only one who put that claim out there that if more people started focusing on lessening storms, I've been doing this a very long time. I just never put it out there in a personal sense to say, here, I'm going to walk you through something. I did that so that people get an understanding of the process that I use. And that meditation is not always what I do my grounding and my relaxation sometimes differently. It depends on how I'm feeling, my mood, and where I am at. But you got to use the tools and the stuff at your disposal for what works with you in order for you to be the best alchemizer, transcender, moving and shifting energy. I saw a TikTok the other day where a guy was using his anger to move things on a desk. There's no window open, no nothing. And he's sitting there and he's like really angry. And then all of a sudden things started shifting on the table. It was insane. And people have that ability. People have psionic ability. And I believe most people, unbeknownst to them, when they do this creative, imaginative meditation and they go into their imagination to go in the storm, however they picture themselves going in, even if it's like a Marvel character like Storm, standing there and holding and seeing her cape go crazy and like the right? Does it matter what it looks like? No. You're using your creativity and your imagination to influence energy. However that's going to work for you is going to work for you. So go about doing that. That's an importance. I think a lot of people think it's silly to imagine themselves as a character or as a superhero when what you are attempting to do is superhero like. We have to embrace those archetypes. You are that powerful. But if you don't believe that you are, what's going to happen? The energy that you put out will deflect somewhere else or lessen because you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe you have the power. And I say BS, you do. Stand in your power and make those changes in your life. Stand in your power to understand that any change in your mindset changes your paradigm. There goes my pen. I'm going to pull a few cards before I end because I want this to go out a little before I think it's about to hit. But even still, it's going to hit land. Anything we could do to lessen the storm is utmost importance for it, at least for me. But to get this out. Where you are right now is where you are supposed to be. Don't compare yourself to others. That only adds pressure. Take each day as it comes and for what it is. You are a better person than you were yesterday. Growth isn't easy, but you got this because you do. Keep moving forward, even if you are unsure of your next step or where it may take you. Trust that you are walking the path you are meant to walk. Remember, we are walking it with you. Trust yourself more. You are so much closer to a powerful breakthrough than you may realize. You have been praying for things to heal, new opportunities to appear, relationships to improve. These prayers will be answered soon. That relationship should always first be with yourself. I'm not going to do a whole spread. I just want to do energy wise on paradigm that is happening. Light some fire under those booties. Guys, I'm a hard ass for a reason. It's tough love. And I really do sincerely care about everybody. I wouldn't do what I do for free. That takes and eats a lot of my time up. Time is energy. If I didn't care about people or want people to succeed. I wouldn't go through my house looking for towels if I didn't have Amish mindset to care. If it wasn't for my mission working with children, I would have gotten another job by now. Sorry, I'm moving. I have a million decks all over the place. Intimacy. The energy of intimacy supports us trusting that we are safe to allow closeness. Strength. The frequency of strength supports our ability to harmonize all our qualities and skills toward a strong and balanced way of being. Balance, key word here. You have to dig in deep into yourself and ask the hard effing questions of yourself to find your strength and your power, your perseverance, so that when you're doing these things to alchemize and transmute energy, that you mean it, you believe it, you're walking it, and you're willing it to happen. The philosophy behind me, not everybody likes Schopenhauer, but the will of representation, the world of will, it's what you will into existence. So by you blaming other people for patents and all this stuff, did you will it into the existence because you wrote it for yourself to experience it? That's a tough one too to swallow. You signed up for this experience and you're allowing all of it to happen because it needs to be experienced for you to gain the wisdom. Stop feeding it after that moment of acknowledging it. Identify the blockage. Somewhere within your mindset, there is a blockage of energies that prevents you from reaching your goals. Search for it as soon as you could. 1111. Angels are watching and guiding you to bring out your highest self. Most importantly, keep up your good work and have faith. Break the rules. It's okay to break the rules this time. Only you know how to work things out effectively. As long as it doesn't hurt, allow yourself to go beyond your limits. And of course, life is short. You might miss the fun if you don't. Guys, you are powerful. You're powerhouses. Stop thinking that you're not. You are a superhero in many aspects. You don't need a cape. Step into your empowerment. Step into your knowing. Step into your divine orchestrated life that you wrote for yourself. Believe in yourself. Empower yourself. You can do 100 million guided meditations with different strategies in improving your will and strengthening your abilities. All of this comes with time. All of this takes time. Time is an illusion anyway. I want to impart on all of you that I did this so that we can help and save others who are meant to be saved in God's will, and have faith that in unity that we will rise to help others and serve others for the greatest and highest. And serving means helping things dissolve or dissipate or shift or lessen. How are you being a help today? How are you having Amish mindset? What are you doing to help others? And where are you feeding your energy? If you're going to share something that has fear base in it, are you transmuting the energy? Are you believing everything that you receive? Are you going into your, why is it there in the first place? If you're seeing patterns, you're thinking HARP and DARPA and all these things. That's great. It wakes you up. It gives you a bigger understanding of why things could possibly potentially be happening. But it's still God's design. Still a part of God. Think about those things. It's a challenge because it's what we don't prefer. So how do we transmute that what we don't prefer into something we do prefer? Maybe if we look at life that way, we'll be on our way to manifesting a really fantastic life because we're going to choose what we prefer over what we don't. We still have to walk in the experience and the knowledge of what we don't prefer. And all these evil entities that people claim are evil are the ones giving these I don't prefer moments. This is God's world. We're playing in God's simulated holographic matrix. Sucks. But guess what? This is what we chose. We chose this. So make better choices in your life. Think better things in your life. And eventually they may manifest, depends on your contract. Lastly, I watched a show on Netflix, Altered Carbon. If you want to get a fast track understanding of the shell that is your essence, and it's a fiction, but it isn't. There's predictive programming in there that I don't ascribe to, but there's really amazing, deep concepts in there that were blowing my mind in a good way. Like, yes, finally someone's putting this out there. Freaking sweet. So if you guys have that, I don't have Netflix. I don't watch television, but when I'm over other people's houses, I sometimes don't have a choice. But thankfully, this was divinely orchestrated for me to watch. And I hope I get to catch more episodes the next time I'm having a life, which doesn't seem like it's been happening the last couple of weeks. I'm gonna get more readings in, guys. Just between my family and things that are going on outside in my personal life, and it's been great. And of course, in 2 days, I might do a live for the 30-year anniversary of this channel. So stay tuned. I'm thinking Friday I might go live and do a little something after work, after dinner, and just thank everybody for the support and the ongoing love that has been keeping me motivated to have a bigger purpose and maybe shift direction. We'll see what happens. As life keeps getting more complicated and crushing on my end, I'm trying to manifest that it doesn't. I am transmuting energy and alchemizing. It's exhausting, but yeah, I can't believe it's almost 3 years. It's crazy. Crazy town. We've come a long way. So guys, please keep the faith. You are strong. You can persevere. And let's be Amish mindset with this storm that's just started to hit now. Pyramids, hearts, all that stuff on my website, alisonkatz.com. Sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within. Be the shoulder physically for somebody. Be the lighthouse. Shine it all. See your truths. Don't not see your truths. But come in more of the awareness of what you're seeding and how you can be the game changer to alchemizing and transcend the negative components of that message or what you're putting out. And let's make it better. We're moving forward into what we want better. Putting all this fear and negative stuff isn't going to get us there any quicker. It's going to slow us down. Learn how energy works. and your will to power. So let's will this hurricane down. Let's be a community and a resource for each other. And I thank you guys so much. Let me know how your meditation. I usually do a lot with music, and I don't have that capability. I'm still trying to figure out how to get this sound canceling noise thing off of so you can hear my chimes and drumming. And but I hope that helped, and let me know what you think. If it sucked, you could say that. I'm not going to take offense. We all do meditation differently. No expert, but I'm only sharing what I use as a tool. So until the next time, guys, thank you so much for your support and love. And let's pray for Florida and all the people affected by the last two storms. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye for now.